And good evening. Let me just get my sip of water in now. Another fine night. Let me just make sure the sound's all good. Wow, that's pretty low on that end, but hey, whatever. That's actually just a little too loud. So, tonight, or today, or I guess yesterday, technically, whatever. It's confusing because this is Japan only. Was the 15th anniversary of Boktai 3. And as you know, I've been doing all those in the Battle Network games whenever their 15th anniversary comes around. Except that since this one was only released in Japan, it's coming much earlier because there's no English release to do the anniversary with. So I'm playing... so this game's in Japanese. I'm playing with an English patch on. It's pretty good. It also allows me to control the solar sensor, just like the last two games. And I've been looking forward to this one. It's a shorter game. This is another looping game, like the original Boktai was. It's not super long like 2. Well, 2 is relatively long. When I was streaming it, I only had like 2 hours a day to stream, so... And I was getting interrupted a lot, so it took me like 2 months to beat it. Still though, I've been looking forward to this. This is a fun game. Some interesting things with the ending regarding its connection to the 4th game, which is on the DS, which did come out in America, I think in 2007? Yeah. So after this, there's gonna be a bit of a wait before I do the 4th game. So let's start. Start from the beginning. There's only one save file. I would enter the password I had from the end of Boktai 2, but I think it's region-specific, so it won't work properly. I did use the password when I went from 1 to 2. Go with Django. As you could see, the fan translation's not perfect. It's like the letters are all messed up there. Like they're in the... There's 2 in a slot, which shouldn't be the case. But hey, they got it working. The end of the world. People forgot about the sun. It was a dark age. With the appearance of the Dark Tribe, the world was shrouded in fear. The living turned undead and roamed the earth. Thanks to the warriors, the people's last hope. It seemed the sun had returned, and a brief respite had been earned. But the warriors were defeated, betrayed by their friend, and they were never seen again. The beast of destruction awoke, and the world was plunged into eternal darkness. Never played that game. When the sun returns, it is said the warriors shall awaken once more, warriors. But who will be able to take back the sun, now that the warriors are gone? So yeah, obviously, other thing, all the voice acting is going to be in Japanese, so it's going to be a little different from the first 2 games. And obviously, this runs off the good ending of both the other games. Otenko is alive and well. Django is alive and well, because without them, there wouldn't be this game. But this game is kind of where it deviates. There's quite a few endings to this one. Where am I? Oh yeah, expect weird line breaks too, because obviously this was translated. It wasn't localized, it was fan translated, so there's going to be points where like a line might just cut off in the middle because it's quicker to say it in English than in Japanese. Okay, everything seems to be good here. Sorry, I'm just still a little paranoid, just making sure everything's transmitting properly. Is this a dream? It doesn't seem to be my dream, though. So the full name of this game is Boktai 3, Sabata's Counterattack. And Sabata does play very heavily into this game. Unlike the last two, where he's kind of just like a side character who has a lot of backstory and involvement, he's very much a central character to the story. Is that what called me here? Is it sleeping? No, it's sealed by the lunar children. Then this must be no ordinary monster. He's still a bit of an edge boy. That felt like my lunar child blood warning me. Warning me. Ugh. Burst into skulls. Looks like it's already awakened. So don't worry, this story will make sense in a bit. Sort of. I see. You need my blood, the power of a moon beauty for your revival. I can't allow that. I'll put you back into eternal slumber. Yeah, you get to control the Dark Boy. He gets a little sidestep. I don't think... Oh, you can't actually pause this. So yeah, it doesn't matter what you do here. You get fucked either way. Because then he just hits you with the magic fuck beam. Don't tell me this thing is... What a pity, Sabata. An immortal? The Beast of Destruction, Vannergand. A being that knows neither life nor death, simply existing and eternal. It exists even in dreams. It's not an opponent the Dark Boy could defeat. You can't kill that which was never alive. Neither can your younger brother, Solar Boy Django, even with his solar power. An eternal, of course. But what would you accomplish? But what would you accomplish by resurrecting such a monster? Even if the will of the galaxy universe is to wipe out all life on this star, do you really intend to destroy yourself too? Yourselves? There's more than one of you. That's precisely why your cooperation is necessary. What do you mean? Even for me, the puppeteer, controlling an Eternal like Vannergand would not be possible. However, for the Dark Boy with Lunar Child blood, it is a different story. With the power of a Moon Beauty, it would be possible to fuse your soul to Vannergand, to become the Beast of Destruction itself. Oh yes, you could obtain such incredible power. You think I'd let that happen? I needn't have your permission. A puppet has no need for free will. This is... Thank you for screaming for me so I didn't have to do it. You defeated the Count, Django. Impressive, Solar Boy. So this is a flashback back to the first game when you defeat the Count. Except now, Sabata doesn't look like a recolor of Django. He actually has his own hairstyle, which looks surprisingly like Sasuke's from Naruto. What am I doing? Oops. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry. Fuck, man. I'm like trying to do something real quick here, and it's like getting fucked up really badly. Okay, we're fine. Who are you? I am the Dark Boy, Sabata. I am neither friend nor foe, for now at least. I am neither immortal nor human. I am the chosen one of the dark, the will of the galaxy, the Dark Child. I shall not bend to the will of the Queen or any other. can't hold it off any longer. So yeah, this dialogue's pretty much taken directly from the other two games. How could this be? Me imbued with dark matter, wielding the power of the 4 elements, and of the sun, to lose to such a sniveling mama's boy as you. Am I done for? No, I won't lose. What are you doing just standing there, Django? Sabata? We have lunar child blood inside us, too. If we work together, we can overcome each other's weaknesses. We must defeat the Queen and save our mother. You say you'll go no matter what? The Galaxy Universe intends to cut down all life on this star. And you guys say to defy it. There's no chance of winning now, is there? Oh, now we're in the second game. The enemy is the will of the Galaxy Universe, Dark, which gave rise to all existence. There was never any chance of winning. But I don't care what happens, or how everything else will survive. All that matters to me is keeping up the fight. That's my way of living. Totally radical. We lost our mother, defeated our father, and yet we must go on. Keep up the good fight. That's the only sure way to oppose Dark's evil plot. Right, Django? And then we come to Django sleeping face down, because that's what he does. Django. Django! Don't die! Open your eyes, Solar Boy Django. Are you awake, Django? You were only saved thanks to the vampire blood this time. For something like this to happen. What, you don't remember? Perhaps you have a bit of amnesia. But surely, you haven't forgotten me. We came here together, fighting the Immortals. I'm the messenger of the sun, Otenko. Anyhow, first things first, we need to escape from this underground prison. Listen up, Django. The life gauge at the top left shows how much of your life has been exhausted. Yeah, you start with, damage, because you've been kidnapped. The more damage you receive from an enemy's attack, the faster your life is used up. If it reaches 0, it's goodbye and game over. Next is the energy gauge, which shows how much of your solar energy has been used. The solar gun is a magic machine that consumes energy to fire solar shots. If its energy falls to 0, it can't fire anymore. So you should refill your energy wherever you can. Let's go, Solar Boy Django. May the sun be with you. So that gives you little things in this game to actually show you which directions you can move. I don't think you could really do anything here except fire a shot. So, items, same as the second game, they spoil after a while, you can only hold 16. Valuable map, we don't have one. Yeah, there's some stuff that isn't translated, unfortunately. Valuables, we don't got none. Solar gun, so in this game there's no multiple weapons, instead you just get the lens and the frames, that, just like the first game. I do believe there is, actually maybe you do get weapons, I'm not sure. I think what it is you have a weapon and a solar gun equipped at all times, but yeah, it's closer to the first game, where you get different stuff for the gun as opposed to just a gun at the end of the game. Status, so you still have the level up system from the last one where you could put points and stuff, except this time there's only 4 stats, which, not sure what they all mean, and the middle one says Kokoro, so I'm assuming that's stamina, Mokara, and Karada. Yeah, I don't know. Level 1. Oh yeah, there's a melee stat, but there's just one melee stat instead of, one for each weapon. Config, same stuff as normal, I'll switch that to fast, we'll keep up as up. Sleep and save. Save now just to be safe. Same as the second game, saving takes fucking forever. Looks like you've got an item. That type of fruit is said to grow only around a solar tree, called a solar nut. It contains a copious amount of energy. If you recover your energy with the solar nut, you'll be able to use the Gundel Soul. To use items, open the menu by pressing Start. Then navigate to the items page using the LRR button. So just like the other ones... Oh, select, okay. Select and then L and B. Oh, R and B. Switch these. I'm guessing L switches your power. It also shows you the numerical amounts of what you have left. And on this patch, pressing left and right while holding select lets you change the solar level. So fun fact, this is the first game in the series that actually got the solar patch. Or rather, the first one I played with it, because, you know, the other two were in English. This one, you had to play the translation patch. The original patch for this, if you held select and then press left and right, the bar would just fill up, like, every frame. So it'd be very hard to get into the middle. This new patch, thankfully, adjusts it so it only goes, left and right one notch. Let me make sure, I want to make sure frame skip is, off here. Yeah, it should be at 0. Wait, Django. Look at that. That's a servant of the Immortals, an undead type, a ghoul. Thought it was called a Bok. This prolific monster has good vision and hearing. If you approach from the front, you'll be noticed, but if you stay behind it, you could pass by it without fighting it. If you attack from behind, you could get into a preemptive hit, and it will deal more damage as well. To use that Gundel Soul you're wielding, press the B button to ready the gun, then release it to fire a solar shot. For starters, why don't you try to attack that ghoul from behind? Oop, fuck that up. And yeah, the game runs on releases. It doesn't run on presses. Pressing an attack button just readies it. So in that regard, it's kind of like the that half A press meme from Mario 64. You have to do a full press for it to count. Half presses won't work. Django, there's a skylight here. Since you're the solar boy, you'll recover energy just by standing in sunlight. The sun gauge at the bottom of the middle of the screen displays the strength of the sunlight caught by the solar sensor. As the value of the solar gauge increases, the energy recovers at a faster rate. It's also possible to charge energy rapidly by holding the A button, but not in indoor areas where the sun's light doesn't shine. No matter how high the solar gauge value goes, you won't be able to charge energy. That's when skylights come in handy. When you stand under a skylight, you can recharge energy as if you were outside. We still have a long way to go. Why don't you charge up now? So yeah, if you actually stand under it, it does refill automatically. Though if you stand still, it stops at a certain point, because I think the solar sensor, like, stops reading it. But, yeah, holding A, charges it. And yeah, the more sunlight, the faster you charge. So, this game really isn't meant to be played, you know, indoors or at night. It's meant to be played outside. That said, you can, you know, cheat by using a black light, since it uses UV rays. That's a hint panel. Hint panels are guides for adventurers left by those who have gone before. They give you useful info in your adventure and tips for overcoming obstacles. To read a panel, move close to it and press the A button. It'll do you no harm to find out what it says. Oops. Looking around, be aware of danger ahead. Hold the R button and use the control pad to look around and check the surrounding area. What, oh, that's another one of those. Wait, how do I... Okay, there we go. And the higher the sunlight, also the quicker the items will deteriorate. Because obviously sunlight isn't the most helpful thing for stuff that's already been plucked. Movable blocks. When faced with something like a wooden box, you can press and hold the control pad into the block to make it move. A true adventurer carves out a path with his own hands. That's too thin for a path, but cling to the wall and you should make it through. Cling to the wall by holding the control pad in the wall's direction. You can then press the control pad to one side to sidle in that direction. Master this technique and make sure not to forget it, okay, Django? I almost said make sure to forget it. So yeah, the game shows you which directions you can move now, as opposed to the other ones where you're just kind of left flailing. Though to be honest, in the other games it's not that hard to figure out. Spiders. The spider, a beast-type monster, lays spider webs to catch its enemies. When caught in spider webs or other such enemy traps, move the control pad quickly to escape. Spider webs are usually invisible, but you can light them up by firing a solar shot. Looks like you got a part for the Gundel Soul. That's a solar gun frame, Wizard. By replacing the frame on the Gundel Soul, you could change the way it attacks. To equip frames, select the solar gun page from the menu screen. You could select up to 8 pieces of equipment at any time. To change your equipped frame, press the R button while holding select. This is called a quick change. Feel free to swap equipment as much as you want. It's important to understand the particular abilities of each frame in order to use them effectively. So I actually need to equip it. That said, you can equip 8. So this is Power C, cost S. Press the B button to fire a solar shot. Power B, cost B. Press the B button to fire a fan of solar shots. Interesting. So it shoots. It's a quint bullet. Obviously, the big downside being that it uses way more energy than the other frame. There are invisible chests. I don't know if there's any here, but doesn't hurt to check. I'm not a big fan of the fact that the music stops whenever you pause. It's been like that since the first game, though, so it's no big deal. Do wish they change it. By the way, Django, are you keeping a record of your adventures? You could save by selecting the save page on the menu screen. Accidents happen during adventures. Don't neglect to save for those critical moments, okay? Oh, fuck, I forgot to save for that critical moment. Defeat all the skeletons. Damage difference isn't that great, honestly. Looks like you leveled up, Django. When the experience you get from defeating enemies reaches a certain point, you gain a level. When you level up, you can earn status points, which can be distributed among your stats to improve them. The stats you can raise are Vitality, which affects your maximum life, Spirit, which affects your maximum energy. Okay, that's Kokoro, so it's going in order. And Skill, which affects the power of your attacks. You can assign status points from the status page of the menu screen. Even if you level up, your stats won't improve until you use your status points. Don't forget to allocate the points you've earned. So we get 2 per level up. Oh, here we go. Affects maximum life, affects maximum energy, affects attack power. So I don't know how much that adds. That adds quite a bit to each of those, though. So, all right, 10 power, 10 life, 5 energy. It's just proportionately very big. It's the same as the other game. What the? I don't remember that thing. That thing just stole your items. Looks like you're still not back to your old self yet. Well, what's done is done. The sun will rise tomorrow. Pull yourself together and continue on, Django. Did he really steal all of them? No, he stole my, my nuts, but... Some of my nuts, but I'm okay. You got the map. Looks like you got a map. You can check the dungeon map by selecting the map page on the menu screen. In order to view the map for a particular dungeon, you need to find it first. Depending on the dungeon, the map may not all be in one piece, though. Map. Doesn't look like I missed anything. So we're on B3. We're about to go to B2, so we're about halfway through here. Lest you become lost on your chosen path, know that north is the top right, south is the bottom left, east is the bottom right, and west is to the top right, left of the screen. Excuse me. Confusing, I know. This is a weight switch. Placing something heavy on top of it should activate it. Looks like you've got a sword-type weapon. Unlike the Gundel Soul, you can use a sword when you don't have any energy. You can't attack enemies at a distance with a solar shot, but you can break wooden blocks with it. It seems there also exist swords with special intrinsic effects. To equip swords, select the swords page from the menu screen. Oh, so it's just guns and swords. No hammers, no spears, no fist. By pressing the R button while holding select, called a quick change, you can change what you're holding. Raise your sword by pressing the B button, then release it to attack. The Gundel Soul and the sword. It's important to understand their respective features in order to use them effectively. Oh wow, that is a very slow swipe compared to Boktai 2. Gradius, an ancient longsword. Power level 1, power 6. May the sun always be in your heart. Yes. Wait, how do I, Oh, I see, okay, so the lens just automatically shows up when I have energy. It has been a hot minute since I've last played this game. Oh man, that hurt my throat. I'm gonna be needed to hydrate quite often doing the Otenko voice. Hold on. Oh, okay, that's the right way. This is the wrong way. Good. We don't want to go the right way. This sword is extremely slow. That is a healer, I believe, right? Yep, green medicine doesn't expire. Yeah, it's interesting. This game's very much set up like Boktai 1 in terms of, like... Actually, no, you know what? It's only like Boktai 1 in the fact that there's no, like, large overworld. There's no small dungeons in this game either, right? Like, it's just the main dungeons and that's it. This game is uses like the large like Boktai 2 style dungeon. Well, Boktai 1 had big dungeons too in it, like the main ones. Bamboo shoots and solar bugs. When you're fighting inside a dungeon, crystal-like things may appear out of the ground. Those are solar bamboo shoots. They're clumps of energy stored in the ground. All kinds of spirit bugs are hidden in bamboo shoots. There are solar bugs which restore energy when touched, moon bugs which restore life, and dark bugs which drain energy. You can call solar bugs and moon bugs over to you using a solar charge, but dark bugs will sap your energy if they get close. A true adventurer stays alert and never gets caught off guard. A lever switch. Yeah, they're only big ones. Also no overworld at all, just the map for San Miguel on the world map. Yep. It's more like Boktai 1 in that the map is just kind of a centerpiece instead of it being like a big explorable area. Because in Boktai 1, there wasn't really a whole lot to explore on the map, aside from just the small dungeons. This game's also more like Boktai 1 in that it relies heavily on the gunplay, and it also relies heavily on it also relies on the multiple playthrough model. Well, it doesn't really rely heavily on the gunplay. The gunplay is still more closer to how it is in 2. It's just that there's a lot more variety in it and a lot less variety in weapons. A lever switch. These things always operate some sort of mechanism. To throw a lever switch, you need to attack it. Well, Django? A skylight and some ghouls. Listen up, Django. Undead-type monsters hate sunlight. If you lure them into the glare of a skylight, you could damage them without even attacking. To lure a monster over with good hearing, your best bet is to tap on a wall. If you press the A button while clinging to a wall, you can lure enemy monsters over that hear the sound. It's an important technique. Make sure to master it now. Right now. Whoa, man. Oh, weapons can just defeat undead in this game, huh? Thought that couldn't happen in Boktai 2. Maybe it's just for those enemies specifically. I'm probably just remembering it incorrectly. It's weird though, it hasn't been that long since I played Boktai 2. I played that only, I hate how it only shows one weapon at a time, though. Like, just because I have the other one equipped. That's really weird. So if I switch to that... Yeah, now it shows the gun, but not the sword. What's the point in that? What exactly is the, like, the reason behind that? In Boktai 2, there were some skeletons that came back when defeated without magic. That's probably how it is in this game. This ominous feeling. It's those dark spirits which are formed from dark matter itself. They're phantom-type monsters known as chlorfolin. When an adventurer approaches, they latch on and drain life. If they manage to latch onto you, quickly move the control pad to shake them. Being dark spirits, they are naturally weak to sunlight. Just like with ghouls, you can use the skylights to damage them. Yeah, I found my first hidden chest. Oh, it's a solar station and some solar bamboo. A solar station is a magical device that collects sunlight caught by the solar sensor and automatically stores it as energy. If you press the A button in front of a solar station, you can charge up your energy. You can even charge at night, so it's best to save up energy during the day. Oh my god. I am killing my throat with that. As for solar bamboo, oh, I'm gonna need to hit the throat coat after the stream. It's a fully grown, sprouted solar bamboo shoot. You can repeatedly call out the moon bugs within by attacking it. And don't worry, no matter how much you attack it, it won't break. But what should concern you is this dark presence. It's not quite that of a mortal, but you can't afford to let your guard down, Django. $664. So you start with 500 already saved up. And obviously the level of the sunlight hitting your gauge fills it up quicker. It's actually filling up pretty fast. A couple seconds for each number. Defeat the bronze armor. Love the music in this game. The music in this game like hits harder than the other two in my opinion. Some of the songs, at least. Ow. I'd be lying if I said I didn't kind of miss the gunplay in the first game, because it is much more fluid than it is here. Also, in the first game, I think it ran off of half presses, like it fired on the press rather than the release. But I also can't remember. Boktai 2 and 3 put a much more higher emphasis on conserving energy, whereas in 1 it was incredibly easy to just stock up extra batteries and solar fruit. Oh shit, you're a Boktai speedrunner? Nice. Photograph, cool. Thanks for stopping by. I could definitely get into speedrunning Boktai in at least one of them. Maybe this game, actually, but I would have to relearn it, because it's been absolute years since I've played it. And I would take me years to get good at it, too. Is this a dark seal? Burying Django and sealing him in on top of that. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. If I wasn't straining my throat doing the Otanko voice, I'd be way more enthusiastic there. To think that's how he really felt. At this rate, we'll never escape from this underground prison. Is there no way out? Wait a minute, how do we get out of here? I can't remember. Oh, right. This kid. You're the world record holder for Boktai 3 bike missions and individual levels. Ooh, nice. I could, I am not someone who likes doing full game runs usually, except Mole Mania. Mole Mania is the only game I've like legitimately speed ran any percent, and I am not even close to holding any sort of record on that yet. If you remember correctly, Boktai 2 and 3 are not particularly easy speed runs, but if you want an easy one, go for Boktai 1. Yeah, well, the thing with Boktai 1 is it's very easy to just stock up and plow through everything, so it's really hard to lose a run, at least a decent run. Obviously, if it's a world record run, you're going to have to be on top of your shit. Ow! Damn, that nearly split my ass in half. Sheesh. Don't know if that was a time warp or a time strip. But for just stealing some bread crust, this is way harsh. Have I really arrived at the end of the world? Then the legendary warrior is here somewhere. What a brat. Nah, that was just a fairy tale. Even if he was here, he'd be dead anyway. No point in even looking for him. I love Trinity in the fan translation. They make him such like a foul-mouthed asshole. Saying I was a descendant of the legendary warrior. Guess my story was too wild to use as an excuse for stealing. Anyway, I'm starving. Here lies Solar Boy Django. Oh no! Wait a sec, Solar Boy? Hey, that's the sun? The real sun? And that must mean... I love how this ties into Lunar Nights. Especially since this game never came out here, so like all the Lunar Nights shit, you kind of find out retroactively. Danjigu, as you name him. This world is still under the rule of darkness? Looks like I'm gonna have to worry more about than just looks like I'm gonna have more to worry about than just food. There we go, that's good. It sounds annoying. Well, no hard feelings. Don't haunt me, Solar Boy. Later. The Dark Seal was weakened? But why? No, that's not important right now. What's important is that I need some throat coat stat. We might just be able to break the seal now. Attack it! Alright, let's get out of here. Is there anything in that room? We're yellow now. Whew, we made it. You've sure grown up, Django. You too, Otanko. Always speaks. I forgot about that. Why do you have to go and do such a thing anyway? Looks like you remembered, Django. Ah, yes. The convenient amnesia is gone now. I love Otenko's knocked out face. Nothing personnel, Django. Teleports behind him. As to be expected of Lord Sabata, a great calamity. The beast of destruction, Vannergand. The one who inherits its power, the Dark Boy. I love the bosses in this game. Vannergand will soon be released. When blood and earth dye the moon, the beast of destruction will be freed. The sun's hour is over. The era of darkness is at hand. This is goodbye, Solar Boy Django. Now there's nothing to get in our way. The world shall end. Speedruns hate the last two bosses. Last two of the main group, or last two like actual bosses. Sabata, why'd you do it? Even though you were brought up as the Dark Boy by the Queen, you inherited the same Solar Child and Lunar Child blood as Dango. Dango. Defeating your brother, and even going as far as to seal him away. Are you going to give in to your dark matter and destroy the world? But then, the Sabata I knew would never think about joining the Immortals again. There's definitely something deeper going on here. You survived after all, Django. Oh, that's a weird voice. That was a weird voice clip. The Count! Were you really revived again? Same as always. Come on now, Otenko. Messenger of the Sun, surely you haven't forgotten. I am the Vampire Lord. I'll be resurrected no matter how many times I die. By the way, the Beast of Destruction, Vanergand, is about to be revived too. Perhaps you'd better hurry, no? What are you trying to say? We don't intend to let you immortals do as you please. That goes without saying. In that case, I'll tell you. It's Count Chocula. Tell me, make a man. There's only one way to prevent Vanergand's resurrection. Oh, sorry. There's only one way to prevent Vanergand's resurrection. What is it? There's only one way to stop the end of the world, and that is to kill Vanergand's successor, the Dark Boy Sabata. I'm only telling you that because I know it hurts you if I say it. That's ridiculous. Sabata is Vanergand's successor? Tell me what makes a man, What now, Solar Boy? Can you kill your brother? I just switched voices again. If you're prepared to do it, come pay the four mortals a visit. We'll be waiting in the lands to the east, Solar Boy Django. Don't worry that I sound exactly like Shade Man. I only have one vampire voice. Four mortals. If their plan is to revive Vanergand. It's also funny because I was playing through Liberation Mission 7 last night, so I ended up fighting Shade Man. Does that mean Sabata is just being manipulated by them? If not. It's kind of weird that I have a Battle Network and a Boktai game going on at the same time, but that's just how they fell on the schedule. I gotta finish that probably Thursday. Django, whatever the case, you may have to make that decision at some point. Yeah, they do. Liberation Mission 7 sucked. I liked the main games, and I liked 8's was fine, but I still got one more to go. When the time comes, you must trust your own feelings. Those feelings may end up determining our fate, and the ending of this game. But no matter what awaits us in the end, I'll always be with you. Anyhow, we'd better go after the Count. Please let me stop talking. Let's go, Django. The sun will rise tomorrow. Morty. I'm playing Colonel. I've played Proto Man before. Oh, it automatically brought me back to, San Miguel. Django. I've played both versions, including the DS one, so don't worry about me being worthy. I've played the best and the worst. I thought my game froze for a second there. Looks like you haven't recovered all of your memories yet. How convenient. Did you really forget about me, Django? I'm not your girlfriend. I didn't give up hope. I even took care of your house. You meanie. Nice going, making a little girl cry. Oh, wait, that's the coffin dude. Hey, Django. You were locked up in that underground prison, right? If you ask me, that place is like one big coffin. Coffins must really love you, huh? Actually, I just finished one. Let me show you. This is the culmination of many years of research. The ultimate coffin, Vector Coffin, and Coffin Bike. Yeah, because that makes sense. Surprised? The Coffin Bike is a magical device with a solar engine on board. With this, even unexplored dungeons at the end of the world are just a step away. Well, depending on how you use it, you can wind up in the Netherworld instead. He's speechless. Of course, just like before, it can seal away immortals. No need to worry. With that said, I never did decide on a name. Poor thing, it still doesn't have one. What's a good name for it? My bike. My thoughts on the solar bike. Oh, whoops. No. Okay. Just let me delete 2 letters at a time here. Oh, you can't even use English letters for this. Shit, man. Oh, okay. One has the S-set. Is that the... No, 1010. That's what it is. S-set is the thing, is the B in German. The German B. English patch typing doesn't work. Okay, so what do I want to name this? I had something and I just lost it. What the? P? What? Okay. Oh, never mind. This is busted as fuck, huh? Where's the, let's just name it the Ohio. Coffin Bike Ohio obtained. Ohio, huh? That's just like you. You say that to someone, that's how you... Wait, no. Shit. Ohio was just hello. Damn it. That's just like you. The Coffin Bike is fully customizable. I wonder what I named it in the original game when I first played it, on the old patch. Have you ever played the old patch where, like, pressing left and right just makes the, Yeah, Ohio is hello and goodbye. Have you ever played the old patch where pressing left and right just makes the solar gauge just, like, zoom every frame? So it's, like, max or nothing. It's impossible to get it in the middle. I'm so glad they fixed that. By swapping out different parts, you can alter the bike to fit your tastes. When you want to customize it, just talk to me. If you come to the garage, you could do practice runs of bike courses. But first, take it around Solar City Loop to get used to the controls. I can imagine it was better for speedrunning, just because you could just quickly turn the solar gauge up and off, as opposed to here where it's like one at a time. Definitely more precision, though. Django, do you really not remember me? Yeah, no, I remember you. Yay, Gramps was worried too. You should visit him at the Solar Smith, across the way, okay? By the way, are you still gonna go adventuring? Then me and Kuro will keep taking care of your warehouse. You're not happy to have the world record for it. The bike races. When you want to use the warehouse, just say so. I can also help you redecorate with the dolls you've collected. Pick a doll to decorate the room. I don't have the cool doll that gives me the sound test, but I do, neither, nor do I have the Mega Man doll. Fully restores your life. Yeah, let's just put it there. Done. Swords box. Me after buying all these swords. Django just wakes up, hands in his palm. Face in his palm. Why? Why did Sabata do that? Yeah, there's Mega Man, Proto Man, and Colonel. He saved everyone before. Was he mean to you? Has he turned into a bad kid? Ah, that's horrible. All Kuro ever does is sleep. And whenever he gets up, he runs off somewhere. Now that's what I call a bum. Sheesh. Lazy bum. Comes with 2 meowing sound effects. Oh, that's the energyless lens, isn't it? The Luna lens. Consumes no energy but has no offensive capabilities. Oh, yes. Finally. Pacifist run achieved. A stuffed doll of Master Tenko. It seems really lively. Looking at it make you feel energized. Luna cannot harm enemies. It can flip switches, though. Hey, what can I do for you? You can't start customizing the bike till you get the parts. Go look for parts first, Django. Select parts. Select options. Change bike color. Okay, 12 colors. I've completely forgotten how this works. 4 pages of options. Blaster 1. Press the B button to fire a shot forward. Body for beginners with high max HP. Low efficiency tire. Special. So what is this? Front, body, tire, special. You're in the other colors by S-ranking tracks. I think I might have done that originally, and then I don't know. The Solar City, San Miguel. You and your father Ringo. This is your hometown. We managed to get back here safely. But the real fight starts now. First, you better make preparations here. Be sure to visit every building and talk to everyone to get a good idea of what each place can do for you. Got it, Django? Hi. Home. This was the Solar Smith in the last game. So it's weird that he's here now. This used to be the item shop. And now the item shop's here. Oh, Django and Otenko. We were worried about you. I can't believe Sabata betrayed you. What's the matter? What? You lost your memory? You like the blue palette for the bike? I'm pretty sure I went with all the Mega Man stuff. That's not the weapon shop. That's the weapon shop, not the item shop, besides Smith. Oh yeah, that's not in the right place either. Maybe that's a side effect of the vampiric regeneration ability. Doesn't look too serious, though. Can't rush things. It'll all come back to you bit by bit. I'm Steel Smith. That's my real name. I once taught your father Ringo how to use a gun, and then he shot me in the head. That's why I don't have one in my eyes. But now I'm retired from fighting, and I run this here smithy. Using your solar power, you can reinforce your swords into more powerful versions. I call it Solar Smith in all caps. Vampiric. All I can do now is forge, but I'll help you out in any way I can. What is it? Art of using the sun's energy for shaping heated metal into objects. Before forging can begin, you must first choose a sword and an accessory. Wait a minute, wasn't it? Didn't it used to be 2 weapons? SP ranking is in Boktai 3. You can't choose items stored in the warehouse or ones you're equipped with. Why can't you use your warehouse? That would make things so much easier. And once you've used them, you can't turn them back, so decide carefully. In Solar Smith, the sword and accessory uses materials to create one new sword. You can do it any number of times for free, but you must supply the materials yourself. Okay, so this is exactly the same as it was in 2. Control temperature of the flames using the A button, and then whack when it's in the middle. Every time you press the button, the temperature of the flames rises. If you don't press it, the temperature will steadily decrease. Try to keep the flames at the yeah, blah blah blah, and then it's once. Oh wait, this is actually different. Never mind. This doesn't work the same. Wow. I was completely thrown off there. Once the sword is heated, you need to strike it with the hammer to temper it. The flame gauge is replaced with the hammer gauge. Now the A button is used to temper the sword. Okay, so this is similar, but still a little different. Along the hammer gauge is a mark indicating the right point to strike the sword. Yeah, I see it. Using the A button to try to time your hits correctly. When the time limit runs out, your new sword is complete. If you got mostly great, you'll end up with a more durable sword. The movement speed of both gauges is determined by the value of the solar gauge. Yes, I know what that is. With the sunlight as your ally, you'll no doubt make the toughest of swords. It's weird. I don't know why I did that. When using Solar Smith, the same combination of materials will result in the same type of sword. Depending on the combination of materials used, you can create a higher level sword, but you can also end up with a lower level sword or same level. Even if you end up with a sword of the same name, there's still a chance it will obtain a new special effect. Speffect. Number of successful attacks you can perform with the sword depends on the sword's rank. If you strengthen the sword using Solar Smith, you can increase its rank up to 2 times. They nerfed forging in 3. When a sword gains a rank, a 2 or 3 will be marked next to its name. It's also possible to give sword special effects via Solar Smith. Letters SP. Okay. Durability of your sword depends on the quality of your forging. The circular icon serves as a damage meter. Decreases as you use the sword. If it runs out, the sword will break. A broken sword's attack is reduced to 1, but it can be restored to its former ability if you reforge it. Each sword has its own respective level. If you make a sword with a higher level than yours, you won't be able to equip it. Okay. Just toast myself real quick here. Oh yeah. Wow, the durability's still here, huh? Father, the strongest vampire hunter, wandered around many years searching for his beloved son. Kidnapped at a young age by the Queen, your brother. He endured many life-or-death battles in the city of death, Istraken. But just as he returned to his original form, is it really impossible for him to escape from being the Dark Warrior? The Dark Boy. Is it really impossible to escape from Dark Matter's curse? Can't transfer SP effects to swords. Okay. Sabata. Have that equipped. Hey Cayenne, how you doing? It's good to see you again, Django. Rumor has it you went through some tough times. Huh? Did you forget about me, the man who once crossed swords with you? You don't use swords. You even lost the wind's blessing I gave you, didn't you? Maybe you need something to help you remember. Oh, is this dash magic? Seriously. Oh, yes. I'll give you the blessing again. Ready? You received the wind's blessing. Special action dash learned. Dash is solar magic that lets you move quickly. You can't use it if the solar gauge is at 0, but the higher it goes, the faster you can move. But be careful, since you usually take twice as much damage when dashing. Only 4 spells in this game. It's dash. And is it light form and dark form? No, that's done differently in this game. Select dash using quick change. Press select and hold. Okay. With dash selected as your special action, press the L button to use it. Have you remembered now, Django? I'm the Wind Warrior, Cayenne. I'm the guard of San Miguel and the last survivor from the 4 Sun Warrior classes. Dark Trance, Soul Trance, and Soul Trap. Yeah. This is the weapon shop. I don't have much in stock yet, but if you make a new sword with Solar Smith, I'll be able to mass produce it and put it on sale. If you want to learn more about forging, talk to Smith. In any case, I've got a feeling that business will pick up again soon, right? What do you got here? The S dot. Why are these all half degraded already? Zweihander, 2-handed greatsword. Straight sword used. Oops. Oh, he's got 2 pages of shit here. Straight sword used for thrusting. Ancient curved sword. Ancient long sword. Rapier, polished straight sword. Bronze edge, curved sword made of bronze. Kagero, katana with the power of the sun. Iron sword, a great sword made of iron. The more you forge, the more stuff becomes available. He starts out with quite a bit. I'm not level 10 yet, so I can't equip any of these. Still confused as to why they're already half degraded. The swords available here are only of average quality. I guess because the durability is low. If you want a stronger one, you should use Solar Smith at Smith's place. So the Count has been resurrected again. He once attacked this city of the sun, along with his undead servants. Rapiers are the best shit in this game. Good to know. I'll make sure to stock up on those. The city was destroyed by their hands. Smith lost an eye, I lost my dear brothers, and you lost your mother, Mani. We can't let them take any more victims. We're counting on you, Solar Boy Django. Library. Beast, Earth, lace spiderwebs. Normal, R. And it's supposed to be rare. Don't know why that didn't show up right. Normal, peanut. Bites. Don't do 3 hits combos, they're slower than rapid 2 hits. Got it. Undead, dark, spits liquid chlorofolin. No clue. Attacks with his bare hands, can only be killed with elemental attacks. Yep, there we go. Armor made of bronze, doesn't say what it drops. Sucks blood. Request sheet. Defeat the Crimson Corpse prowling underground. Reward, rare item. Do you remember the Count's words? Our new enemy is the group called the Four Immortals. Their plan is to revive the Beast of Destruction, Vannergand, and successor is the Dark Boy. Does Sabata really intend to bring about the end of the world? Armors don't drop anything. Well, all we can do for now is follow the Count's trail. Django, make your preparations and let's get going. Okay, I got to see the animation of the first item there, but all right. So this is the weapon weapon thing. Quest sheet has not yet been posted here. Yo, Django. It's been a while. How have you been? Crimson enemies are broken in the English patch. Wait, they are? They've, like, actually been changed stat-wise? Don't you remember me? I'm Marcello. I'm living in safety now, thanks to your help. Since you restored the city, we'll do whatever we can to repay the favor by helping you out on your adventure. They don't spawn. Oh. By the way, Django, have you ever gotten a game over? If you're defeated during your adventure, you can make a payment to Dark Loans and continue from where you entered the area. The payment is automatically withdrawn from the solar bank, so you should always keep track of your remaining balance. Pictures. Django's older brother, brought up as the Dark Boy to use the gun dealt hell by his fake mother, the Queen, inherited the Moon Beauty power and the Moonlight Scar from his real mother, Mani. Titles received. Fuck all nothing. It's sealed. Look like you won't be able to read this book yet. Oh, that's interesting. I'd recommend getting lots... Yes, I've gotten many. I recommend getting lots. The Doomy text is great. It also gets you the best sword in the game. Oh, Django. I heard all about it. You lost your memory. That's just terrible. She could kick ass if I'm not mistaken, right? She's like the one who trained, Lita. Wait, you're still not better? That's going to be a problem. With you in that condition, you won't be able to help me out with my guild work. This is terrible indeed. Getting lots of game overs, okay. It seems the cities to the east have been attacked by vampires, so the guild is extremely busy dealing with that, and planning a counterattack. I'm so short on helping hands, I'd even settle for a cat's paws. Thank you, Kuro, but don't you already have an important job to do? Take good care of Violet, okay? So wait, to get the best sword, do you have to continue a lot, or just get game... Well, I guess if you don't continue, it doesn't save, so... Alright, I'll make sure to stock up on solar energy and farm game overs. Anyhow, we need to get that memory of yours back. Time is precious. Shall we try shock therapy? Close your eyes now. Visit Doomy. Oh dear. Perhaps that was too much stimulation. Are you alright, Django? The punishment room, okay. Oh, so I should die without energy saved up then. I'm Lady. I take care of the books in this library. Books can teach you many things, like what your titles are and what are these pictures that you picked up. The Monster Guide deals with enemy monsters, and the Forging Guide deals with swords and accessories. You can view the photographs you've collected in the album. These 3 books can be found on the western shelves, so feel free to read them as much as you like. My Django, you're looking very motivated. In that case, would you like to hear about the jobs? I belong to an underground organization called the Guild, which was created to protect this world's inhabitants from the forces of darkness. At least 4 times could be more or less. Okay. The main guild dispatches masters across the land to found their own branches and defend their individual areas, and I am one of those masters. This time there are 2 jobs I'd like to ask you to do. The first is to return to the dungeons after the Immortal is gone, and carry out special missions. These missions are important, intended to minimize the damage caused by remaining monsters, and will be good practice for a guild agent. The other job is to travel to areas with a large number of damage reports, and eradicate the wanted monsters there. Please take a look at the 6 request sheets attached to the nearby bookshelves. Of course, there is a reward for successfully completing each job. Did you know? When things like enemy attacks have detrimental effects on the body, those are called status abnormalities. Poison blurs your vision with the mosaic effect over the screen. And confusion mixes up the control pad's inputs. These 2 status abnormalities will wear off automatically over time, but they can be cured with an item as well. Come prepared and you won't have anything to worry about. La Vienne en Rose is amazing. It can be equipped at level 1, and for every level up that you get, it does 5 extra damage. Wow. Girl in knee socks. Two words. I thought knee socks was a single word. Huh? Let me just get a bit more, alright? Bit more sleep, I mean. No trespassing. They had enough of Django's shit in the second game. What? Oh, it's Django. Oh, it's alright. Boy, you're looking awful. You lost your memory? Django, you serious? Did you think I'd forgive your debt, that I'd just let you have it for free? You still owe me about 1,000,000 soul with 2 L's for breaking the soul device. Soul device. I keep forgetting that pun. It's soul device. Device. So don't go telling me you forgot. Aw, don't look so down. I ain't a demon, see? You ain't got money, so I won't ask you to pay up yet. I'll come collect it when you're rich and famous, so keep working hard, yeah? For now, take this. With it, you can borrow your energy whenever you want. But you gotta pay back what you borrow, okay? So use it wisely. Thank you for the dark card. Nostalgic, ain't it? Don't you even remember a little bit? Sold device. Django's hair looks like a dolphin. Yeah, it kinda does. Yeah, and you know what? I can definitely see that. I'm Star Reader Zazie, but the people in this town call me by my master's name, Sunflower Girl. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. I appreciate every follow, so thank you. I'm always here, so stop by if you need anything, got it? Oh, are you chasing after Sabata? He still owes me something, so I'll help you out. Reading complete. She has like the Kansai accent, or whatever it is. Kansai. No, that doesn't sound right. Whatever. You should head east. The deadly desert that stretches out to the east of the city. Beyond the town there, a voice is calling you. Star reading is the art of looking at the star movements. She is kind of scary. She's feisty, and reading into the past, present, and future of the world. You thinking that's suspicious? Maybe so, but then I know a lot about you. Your vampire blood is about to awaken a second time. Your father's enemy, the Count, has been revived again. And worst of all, this time Sabata was heavily involved. Yeah, she could just kill you. Why'd you go and do such, Sabata? Can I just chug that holding a soy sauce? Oh god, why are there so many spots that you could go to? Hello and welcome to the Solar Bank. Greetings and welcome to Dark Loans. I am Luxana, receptionist for Solar Bank. I'm Doomy, receptionist for Dark Loans. Now we'll give you an introduction to what Solar Bank and Dark Loans are all about. Looking forward to doing business with you. We already know how this works. Solar station, magic machines, save the sun's rays. You press the A button while standing in front of the solar station. You can use the solar energy. Collect lots of rays in the daytime. You can charge up even at night. Take the energy you saved up at solar station, deposit. Oh yeah, that's right. Soul, you could soul like money when you're shopping. Soul in the bank will earn interest, so it's smart to earn a surplus. Okay. Yeah, you do have to go to all of them. Right then, let me explain. Here at Dark Loans, we can lend you energy. You can refill your energy 24 hours a day. Pretty convenient, right? But obviously, it's the way of the world that you have to pay back what you borrow. Borrowed energy is taken out as soul payments from your solar bank 3 days later. If the solar bank doesn't contain sufficient funds, payment will be taken from what you saved in the solar stations. If that's still not enough, something awful will happen. Sounds fun, huh? Right then, let me explain. The Dark Loans Gold card, the Dark card, provides 2 different services. The first is our Dark Loan Request service. This means you can get a Dark Loan anywhere and anytime you wish. Convenient. The second is our Replay service, which is reserved for Gold card members only. Let's say you're in a dungeon and you run into some unexpected trouble. That's when our Replay service will really help you out. Use this in a dungeon and you will be able to replay your adventure from the moment you set foot in that particular area. Fees do apply, however. You will withdraw them 3 days afterwards. Punishment. I don't think I've ever been to the punishment room in any Boktai game, ever. That should be fun. Yeah, no. 600% interest rate. It's a treadmill. So I've heard. Just dump it all in the bank. You have to hold forward and mash A. Ah. Long time no see, young'un. What, you don't remember me? Well, I never. Even at my age, I haven't become that forgetful. The name's Ennio. It's my job to keep watch on this clock tower and make sure time's a-ticking. Now then, I don't have time for your pranks. You have no business with me. You should be on your way, okay? Don't get 9,999 dead. It's the worst. The old men multiplying the clock tower. Yeah, there's 2 now. 2 of them. What, the time's off, you say? You dare tell me my clock's wrong? So you were just having a laugh, were you? Have you never heard of the saying that time is money? I'm a busy man, you know. I don't kind of have time for this messing of... I don't have time for this kind of messing around. It's hardly like that. It's hardly... That's an hour of voice acting already killing me. I am not yet a professional in that field. It's hardly likely that my clock would be out of sync now, is it? In fact, it hasn't lost any time for ages. Not since the great collapse that destroyed the old world. What did you say? You've heard that speech before? And all that stuff about you losing your memory was a lie. Well, you've certainly got some nerve, lad. The nerve of the next generation teasing old people like that. Honestly, the youth of today have no manners at all. Oh, it's you. It's been a while. Doing well? Oh, you lost your memory. I'm Lewis. Thanks to your help, I'm living peacefully now. Dear God. Kagebushi no Jutsu. He's not wrong. Since you restored the city, we'll do whatever we can to repay the favor by helping you out on your adventure. What can you even do? Did you know? On the menu screens, there's an explanation scrolling across the bottom. You can fast forward it by pressing select, like you're fast forwarding through my goddamn speech right here. It's convenient for finding the information you want to read. Okay, so you're just an information giver. Elephant Coffin. That helped out so much in what was it? Not Soul City. Dark City, or whatever that place was in 2. Ow! You're late, Django. If you kept that up, how are you ever going to climb to the top of the biking world? It seems like you don't realize the situation you're in. Then let me teach you. From now on, I'm going to be your coach. Coach? What kind of coach? That's it. I'll teach you to race the coffin bikes passionately across the untamed wilds. Something just flashed in the corner of my eye and I don't know what it was. Heh, that'll do. Sooner or later, you'll have to experience the harshness of the motorcycle world. So let's move on to training. We'll start with the coffin bike's controls. To steer the handle with the control pad. Soul City, Dark City, whatever. Dark Souls had no elephant coffin. Well, no, I was going to say Soul City, and then I thought Dark City, and I'm like, wait, no, what's the place in 2? Dark Alley. It's Dark City, though, isn't it? To accelerate, hold down the R button. The L button is used for boosts. Boost gives you a sudden, temporary burst of acceleration. To attack enemy monsters and obstacles, press the B button to fire the weapon attached to your bike front. You probably don't have any yet, but when you have this bike special equipped, you can press the A button to activate it. It's an alley, not a city. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense, because the whole, it's part of, San Miguel. Providing effects like recovery, defense, or another attack. However, boosts, weapons, and specials all require energy. Always keep an eye on your energy reserves. That should cover the coffin bike basics and operating procedures. Yeah, it was a city with vines, and also a lot of hidden shit. Music there was great. The Cayenne fight is amazing. I love that song. Now get out there and take that baby for a spin. Don't waste time. Get started. Listen up, Django. You need sunlight in order to recharge your energy. But if the sunlight's too strong or you remain exposed for too long, you and your solar bike can both become overheated. To counteract the sunlight and heat, make sure to take frequent breaks. Got it? Why is he here now? Like, he just moved out of my room. Why did I have to talk to him in my room? A practice course circling San Miguel. Overheating on the bike sucks, yeah, it does. Okay. Not my favorite bike music, but I like it. Oh, is your favorite the second one? The one that goes like... I love that one. That's a Hurricane, or is that... That's Tempest. Hurricane is the third one. Oh, you like Hurricane, okay. There's two versions of this song, because I think there's a different version that's used for multiplayer. You like all three, but Hurricane is your favorite. Whoop. Rank B. Well, not too surprised there, but do not play under strong sunlight for too long. Yeah, sure. Let's save now. The worst thing about playing with this, this version of the game is that when you overheat, you kind of have to, let the game run for a bit with no solar energy hitting the sensor. I got potential. I'm pretty sure I've maxed out all. I'm pretty sure I've gotten S on all of them before. When I played this, like when did I play this? I played this in 2009, so 11 years ago. Here's the girl. Master Django! You came back safely. Actually, no, just reset your clock. Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness. Amnesia? You mean you don't remember me? It's me, the Earthly Maiden, Lita. Run. No way. I've got it. I'll find a way to do it somehow. We'd better hurry. Let's start right away. First, close your eyes. Oh, she's gonna rail me in the face. Lita, is this really alright? Just trust me. I learned from the Master. If I recalled correctly, this kind of situation calls for shock therapy. Okay, Master Django, grit your teeth and prepare yourself. Are you ready? Here I go. Shock therapy? Hey, wait. You can defeat the undead with your bare hands. If you try that kind of thing. Run away, Django! Django! Okay, we're okay. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm so sorry, Don't say anything. Grin and bear it. That's how a man shows his kindness. In this item shop, we sell recovery items starting with Solar Fruit. We also deal in support items with various effects to help you on your quest. In any case, please use these items to recover your health. Oh, you're just giving me items. Nice. Oh, you know why? Because she drained all my health. I have none left. These are gonna... Well, let's use these, because these restore fuck all nothing. Let's use that as well. How come I only have one that's, like, run out? That's weird. Health, this, strength, banana, power fruit, sorry, power nut. Speed nut makes you faster, tiptoe nut eliminates your footsteps, seal nut, that's a good one. I'm gonna want a couple of those. Warp leaf enables warping to outside the dungeon, we're not gonna need that. This game really isn't conducive to that kind of play, because it's like just big dungeons. Drop of the Sun, lifts curses, that's the antidote. Restores a little life. Jerky restores some life. Dark form can eat that. We actually keep those because they didn't go bad. Oh, right. Speedrunners only need 3 bananas right now. Thank you very much. Whenever you need items, you can always stop by, okay? Keep the sun always in your heart. I forgot I was talking to an expert. Kid. You came, Solar Boy! Got amnesia? Boy, what a drag. And you still ain't better? Whoa, you don't remember me, do ya? That's bad, man. Aw, no, you even forgot my cool afro? I'm Kid. I'm a nice guy, and I sell nice accessories in this nice store. We got a nice friendship, too. In that case, I'll let you borrow something worth 9,000 soul. Sorry, man, just joking. I'm just starting out with my new accessory shop. Don't have any money to spare. Accessories are pieces of equipment with a variety of effects, which should help you out on your adventure. Can't live without them, my guy. Accessories include both armor and footwear. To equip accessories, select the accessories page on the menu screen. You can equip up to 4 at once. 1 on each of the head, the body, legs, and arms. Speaking of ARMS, man, I haven't played that game in a while. Oh yeah, I'm celebrating the grand opening of the shop, so take this. What if you actually have 9,000 soul by then? Nothing, since you don't get the option to buy it. Thank you. Thank you for the chest piece. Tricked by Sabata, huh? Don't let the family feud get out of hand, dude. I mean, yeah, he talks bad and he acts bad, but he's a good guy on the inside. Tried on New Game Plus. I mean, I own my life. He's got almost all of his stuff. Crest of Diamonds. Increases damage dealt by thrust attacks. Increases damage dealt by vertical cuts. Greatly increases strength. Doubles energy consumption. Doubles damage taken when using a sword. Wind has no effect. Decreases movement speed. You don't have a defense stat in Boktai 3. Yeah, it's just health. It's attack, health, and energy. Stamina's gone. Armor just boosts your HP. Movement makes a strange sound. Slightly increases vitality and strength. Items spoil faster. Oof. Doubles effectiveness of spirit bugs. Durable shoes. Strengthens earth, weakens cloud. Strengthens cloud, weakens earth. Strengthens water, frost, weakens flame. And I guess this is weakens flame. Slightly raises vitality. Raises spirit. TRC builds slowly. Oh right, I forgot about that meter. I like the equipment system most in Boktai 3. If an item is too good, it usually has a drawback. Yeah. Get the iron clogs, you'll need that soon. Headband with magic stone attached raises spirit, decreases odds of item drops. Oh, it slows down the track speed. Okay. Oh, you like the forging in it? I thought you just said it was nerfed though. You're the man. If you ever need accessories, you know where to come, dude. The ultimate coffin allows immortals to be sealed within the coffin bike. Darklone's gold card summons Doomy. Ooh, that is terrible. That is an awful, awful dip in speed. I'll save those for when I need it, obviously, because it doesn't give any stats. Okay. What's 0? Oh, loan. Loan is 0. But you need it later on. Okay. I don't remember that, but... Have you seen that Boktai Death Stranding artwork of the coffin bike? No, I have not. Can I talk to Lita? Even though he's being controlled by the Immortals, Master Sabata is your elder brother. For him to betray you, there's just no way. Don't you believe in him too, Master Django? Is there no solar tree in this game? Like, you can't actually go to it? How did I lose health? Ha, no, we kill him in Boktai 3. I gotta see this. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. I'm actually gonna retweet that right now. Hell yeah. Technically, you do go to a... Oh, right. The solar tree's in a level. That's it. I remember now. It's a different solar tree. There's 3 of them. Iterashai. I think I went everywhere, so I could just leave now, right? Sealed prison. Lifeless town. Big tree. I don't remember the volcano. I remember these 3 dungeons, but I don't remember the volcano. It's the mother of the solar trees. That person even worked as an artist in the Boktai games. Oh, wow. Man, I would love to see this series come back. Defeat all enemy monsters. Oh, right, there are missions here. Shit. This will take a little longer to beat than I thought. Bump this up a bit. Wrong button. It's B for lens. Okay, there we go. You have a world record for this mission? I wouldn't be shocked by that. Do you go by in-game timer, or do you just go by real time? Like, do you beat it by a certain time limit? In-game timer. Oh, in-game timer for missions. Okay, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Oh, I got new armor. It even has milliseconds. Aye. Yeah, I'm not totally used to this yet. Shenef gets a pass. Bow before you. Oh, this certainly is more powerful. I imagine Solar Gauge must be a very, very large part of Love Django's voice in 3. Like, it's like a shotgun wizard. I imagine that solar sensor management is a huge part of speedruns of this game. Just because, obviously, you can't have it on max the entire time. Ooh, I'm out of energy. The reach is real. Fuck. You actually overheat for a short period of time. Oh, wow. Strategic overheating. On Pirate Island. God, I love Pirate Island. That's probably my favorite dungeon in the entire game. And the boss, too. You don't really need sunlight in Dark Castle, right? You just like speedrunning Pirate Island. I can't actually remember how frustrating the dungeon is. I just know that I really like the aesthetic and music. Also, the boss there is incredible. The very much the Kojima wanted to throw in another Battle Network reference boss. I mean, I'm not wrong in thinking that, right? That the second form of the pirate island boss is definitely like a Battle Network homage. Drop down. Haven't played BN that much. Well, I mean, the fight just kind of resembles a, like a Battle Network, like, Battleground, kind of. It's got the squares. He hits in the squares, specifically. Also, the music's got a very, like, chiptune-y kind of quality to it. So I always figured that was kind of a deliberate, Battle Network homage, since the game's already so tied to it. I'm really just tanking the damage there, huh? Why'd I use a good one? I'm really, fucking it up here, huh? The food in the higher row goes bad faster. Really? I didn't know that. I thought it was just relative to, how long you've had it. Wait a minute, did I miss an enemy somewhere? I know it's sorted. Oh, I'm assuming you just mean it gets sorted that way. It seems I have missed someone. Oh god, playing this with a Pro Controller kind of hurts my hands a bit. Because I'm like clawing the edge of the controller now while I'm mashing L. Maybe I should switch that to be ZL. Bothers me is that you cannot max out every stat. Oh yeah, because there's a level cap. Level 99. How far am I through the stream? 1 hour, 40 minutes. Okay, so I got another, hour and 20. Actually, no, sorry, I don't, because I started late. I only have another hour and 5. Because I want to talk about weird. Try playing with keyboard. That's how I played back in the day, when I played the game originally, on a keyboard that can only receive 2 inputs at once. So it made the game very difficult to play with diagonal movement. I had to switch the controls to be up left or upright. Where the fuck is this other enemy that I missed? Use Z as AX as B. C right shift. Yeah, that's kind of similar to how I had it set up. Where is this last enemy? What the fuck? Wait a minute. Is there a secret room that I forgot about? Spiders in the wizard room. I'm pretty sure I got all of them, but maybe I'll go back and check. Maybe I missed one. All the bats, that might be it. There might be one in the corner somewhere that I missed. There's one, yep. Shit, dog. That was hard. That was, that kind of sucked. Oh, there's a clear time. 8:01. Rank D. Try harder next time. Get the 3 goddess statues. What? I don't remember that one. There are 3 random spots. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling, buddy. That wasn't gonna fool me. They are in chests, okay. One. Oh yeah, constantly mashing this is gonna kill my hands. 2. One's at the very beginning. Oh damn, I hope it's not in that one. The one at the beginning was the mimic. Oh, you mean the beginning of the beginning where I started? Okay. So I thought you meant the beginning of where I started the mission, like the exit. I keep forgetting that's reversed in this game or in this dungeon. Ow, that fucking hurt. 216. Rank S. Not terrible. Back street unlocked. Oh. Do you get better rewards for having a higher rank, or is it just, It was a 216. You do, okay. Escape without being seen. Eee, that's gonna be fun. Oh, you can't save. You also get better bike parts. Stealth and fast is really good, yeah. This is definitely quicker than breaking the boxes. Try to beat 127. Yeah, that ain't happening. I'm not even dashing. Yeep. Thought they could be tricky on me there. Tap at the skylight, yeah. Wasn't too bad. $221, $227. Wow, 1 minute. 1 minute slower than the record. Don't really need that. Oh, rotten nut. Get it out of here. We don't need it. How do I... Gotta be a quick trash. Statue search mission has no time limit. You could take that world record. Wait, really? I'm also playing on an emulator that isn't verified here, so short distance it's almost like curse, because that kind of fits the theme. Emulators allowed. I mean, I guess it has to kind of be an emulator, otherwise, oh no, I fucked up. Unless you do black light, yeah. Ooh, those do a lot of damage. I'm dead. Trinity has a cool bike. Yeah, he does. He doesn't deserve it. Wait, what? Why can't I see the... I hate how they, like, lock you out of it until you, put it in. Speed. Let's do, eradication again. Let me see if I can do that much quicker this time. You're enjoying this? Hey, as long as I'm entertaining. Have you tried the Kura 5 demo yet? No, I haven't. I might put in a stream of that at some point, or try it on my own after I finish 3. Oh, this is annoying. Alright, sword out. Look at them nuts. Yeah, they're about to all go bad. Bad nuts. Sell them for money. All right. I mean, then again, at the rate I'm filling up the solar meter here, it's probably not going to be an issue. Because I could always just deposit all my soul. That rate of fire is not very good. For enough money, banana. In the speedrun, we have to sell stat boosters for enough money for banana. Oh, okay. You blow money fast in 3. 303. It's still an S rank. Kid's afro obtained. I don't remember that. What is this, by the way? Armor made of raises vitality. Oh, this is just an upgrade. A straight upgrade. I could use that for forging. Really good bite part. Upgrade the rapier. Okay. Kid's favorite afro. Raises energy recovery rate. Oh, they're not visible, huh? That's what we use the armor for. The one I just got, or the one that I had before? That I just got. Oh, okay. So the one that... the better one. So I want to equip this. It's a common drop from box. Okay. And I want to buy the rapier. No, that's not it. Selling price of a sword can vary depending on its durability. Swords that have a high rank or SP effects will also fetch a higher price. I'll buy it at a high price. Okay. You can also buy that armor too. Okay. You know, I've spent the money on these, we're just gonna resell them, honestly. It's either that or we get it from the box in the abandoned town. Oh, okay. That's a nice looking rapier, even if you can't equip it. Oh, okay, so it's level 10. It's gonna be a while. Max Sun is bad for forging. Well, good thing I don't have Max. Uh-oh. Not hitting that great. Heats up too quickly when A is pressed. Nice timing. We'll see. Oh, it's leveled up. Here's how your forging went. Great 74, good 93, bad 0. Well done. As for SP effects, it can't gain any. There's the sword we used to slay the final boss. Are you serious? The Epi? The level 15? Power 20? A straight sword used by knights. Wow. We're only level 18. Damn. You must have some heavy item usage going on there. Really? Interesting. I think I get an S on this. I could probably be a little more reckless. No, I get caught in the wall. You max strength. Oh, right. Just go for all attack. Oop, 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 hey, oh, oh. Probably a risk, but yeah, it worked. Way quicker. 117. Rank S. You survive one hit from the final boss. He only put up 2 points into HP as a safety strat. BST battery obtained. That's world record, really? Do not a lot of people run this game? There's no way I was that good. Item shop, accessory. What am I doing here? Oh, the battery. An additional boost battery reduces boost cost. Raises energy recovery rate. It's probably better to have that because you get the energy back faster. Let me see that. Mission seal dungeon any. 2 minute 8 seconds sunlight patch GBA emo 7 months ago. Wow, really? Okay then. Interesting. There's got to be something I did like that wasn't regulation there. BST batteries for better speed. Oh, I mean, obviously I can't get S ranks in the circuits now, just because it would take, I mean, I would just need much better parts for it. Oops! Shit. Well. God, what? Those rocks just destroy you. Also, Trinity got in my way. Honestly, use the BST bike for your bike. It's a better setup. Yep. Just as bad as before. Wait, Trinity's in Solar City? No, I was doing Backstreet. I kind of don't want to go to another dungeon tonight because I'm only streaming for another 40 minutes at this point. Let me, I mean, I already finished the search mission. Thank you, I guess? I mean, I don't feel like I actually got a world record there, but if you say I did, then I guess I did. Because to be honest, I got an A rank last time, so to get an S rank means to get the world record. Yours is S rank? Okay. Maybe I was just, maybe I just played it way too safe there the first time. Looks like you're going back to individual levels. cracking my hand there. 1 minute, 8 seconds. Ooh. Ice Dragon. Strengthens frost, weakens flame. But it's not as powerful. It's actually not as good as the, armor you get for free. Well, I guess I've already finished that. Oh boy, what to do now? All I can really do now is the next main dungeon. But the only thing that sucks about that is that I am only streaming for like another 30 minutes at most. Only takes half an hour. Alright then. Oh, I got tricked. Casual speed. Oh yeah, that's a good question. You know what? It might be best to start to get into the middle of the next dungeon, because my next stream's not going to be a full stream of this game. Because my next stream's going to be Thursday, and I'm going to be streaming Mega Man Battle Network 5 first and try to finish that. Completely forgot about this. Also, I find it very hilarious that undead are just riding motorcycles. It seems to go very much against the aesthetic of the series. Hell yeah, revive Boktai. We need this series back. We need a Lunar Knight sequel. It ends on a cliffhanger. Time till sunrise, 4 hours, 40 minutes. Undead in the city. Is the Count behind this? Django, hurry up and find him. Defeat the Count and we can get Sabata's location out of him. May the sun be with you. Oh, nothing there. I like this dungeon. Yeah, I like it too. I like all the dungeons in this game, honestly. Except I can't remember the volcano at all. I'm gonna have to get to that point and see how it's like. Those are skeletons, material-type monsters. They don't have any special weapons, but they can regenerate indefinitely. To prevent the skeleton from regenerating, finish it off with an elemental attack. White Forest. Make sure to store up a lot of energy before you go into battle. Did I set it to 12 p.m. instead of a.m.? I think I did. Yeah, because it runs on a 24-hour clock. Whoops. I like how quaint this town is, yet the music is just terrifying. Not terrifying, but it's definitely sinister. There's no Boktai storyline in this game, or not Boktai. There's no Battle Network storyline in this game, right? It's just the crossover battle. Raises vitality. Ooh, perfect. No. When you're blocked by a grate but you can't find a lever switch, there should be another device somewhere that could open it. Understand, Django? Open the iron grate. We get the PET that's it in the Rockbuster, right? Aren't there Mega Man parts for the bike, too? And suddenly I'm getting hungry for a sub. Like a Jersey Mike sub. What are you doing in a place like this, kid? This city's no good. Because of all the dark matter left behind by the immortals, the entire city will soon be swarming with the undead. Anything living had better get out fast. And if we have the Rockman doll, we could jack into the Rockman doll and he tells you hints about where the hidden stuff is. Oh, okay. I'm not mistaken, you plan on fighting them? The humans can't hope to challenge the immortals. Besides, the one leading the attack is called the Count. He's the Lord of Vampires. My son, a guild agent, was killed by him. Now hurry and hurry up and get out of here. Oh, I like this song. Oh, I got the circlet. Sorry, someone just messaged me and I, statues are good for refilling the TRC gauge when you get it. Really? Looks like you got a part for the Gundel Soul. That's a solar gun lens, flame. By replacing the lens on the Gundel Soul, you could change the element of your attacks. To equip a lens guy, we already went over this. We already know. Yes, I've already said this. Feel free, swap an element. Damage you deal increases. Power of flame contains the power of life. You could light candlesticks with it. Now I think about it, there was a candlestick on the floor below. Why does Django not have all the lenses? Yeah, that's a good... No, you know why? Because he didn't have the... Because he lost them all at the beginning of 2, and he never got them back. He didn't get the lenses in the second game. He instead got the elements in the soul device. Like how, like, you can only equip 8 weapons for each slot, but there's only 8 lenses and 4 spells. He did get the lens. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right, because the lens is what let him use the magic. Shit. Well, whatever. Plot holes. Why was the Gundel Soul so weak? And this? Why was this Gundel Soul so broken? And why is it fixed now? That's a stupid question. It got fixed. The Solar Smith fixed it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, him again. Ow! Damn, that nearly split my ass in half. Ugh. Hey, if I'm Costello, then isn't your... If I'm Costello, then isn't it your turn, Abbott? How do you know what that is? By the way, you ain't from this town, aren't ya? This town's done for. Those immortals got their eyes on it. You'd better run back home if you know what's good for you. Me? I was just food. No, that's not it. I was Abbott and Costello are comedians from, like, the 19... I don't know what decade, but they were old, like... comedians from, like, the old era of films, black and white films. I was there, treasure hunting. For the sake of treasure, I'm ready for a little danger. Anyway, watch out for the undead. Later. What is that he dropped? Meat. Delicious meat. Oh, I can't equip it yet. Bracelet covered with the charm. Greatly raises strength, doubles energy consumption. That might be good while I'm using the sword. Oh, you're only 17? Oh, I thought I thought... I guess I shouldn't have assumed that you were older. Oh, that hurt. Oh, sorry. I thought a monster had appeared. Hidden jerky in this room, okay. I'm glad it was just a boy. Sorry, I didn't mean just. I wasn't trying to be rude. Actually, I'm searching for my daughter. At the time the monsters showed up, my wife said her daughter was playing around here. I came to pick her up as soon as I heard, but before I knew it, that iron grate... What should I do? Sorry, I didn't mean to start shouting all of a sudden. I'm so worried about my daughter, but there's nothing I could do by myself. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, I see, the gate is, just locked. Wait, Django. That's a poison spider, a beast-type monster. Yep, got the jerky. It spits venom that causes poison status. It's dangerous to be poisoned as your vision becomes extremely blurry. I'm not a child, I'm twice your age. I'm 33 years old. That's why I stay up till 3 a.m. streaming video games. It will wear off. Hey, bitch, get out of the way. It will wear off after on its own. I can see why people think Django's a monster. Have you seen that hair? Yeah, the hair is ridiculous. But if you have an antidote on hand, you should use it right away. Did I not equip this? I did. Maybe it's only with, swords. Not really. It doesn't really help that much. You're 33? Damn, you don't sound it. Yeah, I know. I have a very cracky voice because I don't take good care of my mouth. I also stutter a lot. That's just a developmental thing for me. Actually, I'm trying to be a voice actor, so it's not uncommon for my voice to just sound completely destroyed at times. It's dark in here. In dark areas like this, your field of vision is narrowed. Be very cautious. Almost belched. If there's a candlestick or a skylight, you could push back the darkness, but... an elevator. The stat car. Oh, never mind. That's not an elevator slot. Map. Yep. Map A. I will kill them all. Oh, my nut. Raise a spirit. There we go. Need to get a nut button. Ah, those are very fun. I want a quack button, like Vinny Vinesauce has. Where it goes. Wah, 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 wah. Speaking of Vinny, he's playing Carry On tonight. I better watch that after this is done. I go to bed very late, you see. For every time I say nut when I have to explain a Boktai speedrun. Oh, yeah, I got another one of those armors. The drums in this version of this song hit a little harder than the other games. They definitely redid some of the jingles. Looks like you need a key to open this door. To open a locked door, you need a key of the same color. Django, find the key. A red door, you need the red key. Oh, no more shapes. Something I like doing in these games, leaning up against the door and doing that, because it sounds different. Beating on door ASMR, yeah. It must be wild for someone your age to be like, that's for leaving. I'm gonna say, it must, like, I grew up, when I was a kid, the NES had just been, like, I was born 2 years after the Nintendo, like, the NES came out. My first two systems were an NES and a Game Boy. It must be wild, like, being your age and having all those old games on top of everything that's coming out now. Like, you have twice the amount of games to play through, and it's just like, I can't imagine doing that at my age. Elevator platforms. Elevator platforms activate when you stand atop them, moving to a different floor. A true adventurer fearlessly takes things one step at a time. Like, I would imagine the Game Boy Advance wouldn't even register on the radar of most 17-year-old kids. Because it's like, it's not old enough to be retro, but it's not new enough to be relevant. Oh, these are elevators in these slots. Spike floors. If you walk on a spike floor, we will of course take damage. A true adventurer never causes himself harm. Okay. Oh, that knocks you back too. I love the GBA. The other path has a bike part. Oh, I know this part. Sorry, I didn't mean... I want to give him, like, Hayato's voice. I can't hit that tone, though. Oh, it's you! You're still here? Hey, wait, you doing the same thing I am? I won't tell nobody. Why don't you hurry home? They say the guy attacking this town, the Count, is a vampire. Some kids straight up project everything 2D or with shitty low-resolution fidelity graphics. Old games are bad. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, I definitely understand that, especially with, like, kids getting iPhones nowadays. More people than you'd think that, trust me. What? You're after the Count? Hey, don't be stupid. You want to die? It don't matter how much treasure's at stake. That's going too far. You gotta know when to fold 'em. That's the advice my mentor gave me, and he's made it through all kinds of danger. Hurry up and get out of here, okay? Yes, I purposely misread one of the words in the translation. I am very much not a fan of that word. Oh, there's a key. Cool. Looks like you got a key. You could use the key to open a door of the same color. For instance, this red key opens red doors. Press the A button in front of the door to use the key. I've told you this like 4 times already. Oh, nice. Another card. They just throw these at you, huh? Raises status? Wait, what? It raises vitality. Okay. You sell them. Well, yeah, because you go full strength. I might have to try a speedrun strat of this game. The thing is, for me, with high risk, high reward runs of any game, I play like shit. Have you, no, we sell the one for strength, too. Oh, okay. If you've ever played Mr. Driller, that's another game I'm streaming right now. I'm streaming the GameCube one. The Switch version, which is a port of the GameCube one. That game is very high risk, high reward. Because it's a very long game, or the stages are long, and when you get too far, you die. You lose a lot of shit. It's a puzzle game. I love it. I'll be playing that next week probably. Knuckle Guard obtained. Wait, no, what am I doing? In the interest of time, I will be holding down the speed up button. Doesn't work anymore. Take less damage from enemies ramming into us. This guy again. Defeat the iron armor. Oh! I'm not doing too bad here. I don't know why he feels like he's being driven into a corner. There's the strat. We kill most of the armors that way. Oh, just shooting them a bunch? Django, it seems that the vampire blood you were once given, the power of darkness, has awoken again. However, there is nothing wrong with that. Even though it's the power of darkness, power itself is neither good nor evil. The important thing is how you use it. Shooting them diagonally. Oh, okay. What you feel in your heart. As your fighting spirit builds during battle, the trance gauge in the upper left corner of the screen will increase. When your fighting spirit, your trance gauge reaches its peak, it will be possible to surpass your body's limits. This transformation is called a trance. To select trance using quick change, hold select and press the L button. When trance is selected as your special action, press the L button to transform. As a vampire, that is, as Black Django. Press the A button for a Dark Claw, a cutting attack. Or the B button for Dark Fang, a blood-sucking attack. I would think that the soul form would be Super Saiyan. By using Dark Fang, you will drain life from the enemy you've bitten to recover your own life. Keep tapping the B button to bite the enemy repeatedly. But take heed, you cannot use the Gundel Soul or your sword, while in trance mode. After activating trance, the TRC gauge drains over time, and when it reaches the 0, the trance will end. Use Black Django more. Don't forget, wherever the light shines, it casts a shadow. There would be no light without shadows. Special action, Dark Trance learned. Alright, sunlight. Oh, what? Ow. My trance gauge isn't going down. Maybe it's just for this battle. Since Soul Trance does less damage and is slower. Oh, okay. Django, your vampire blood was supposedly sealed, but with your miraculous recovery in the undead underground prison, and your recent proximity to the vampire lord, the Count, it seems to have reawakened. However, it's up to you whether to use that power. I believe in you. May the sun be with you. Bike front sidewinder obtained. You again. Looks like we've got our eyes set on the same goal. You've got potential, kid. You want to be my apprentice? The timing for the B button is weird. Yeah, no, I think you have to be facing the back, isn't it? Isn't it like the wolf from 2? I'm future boy Trinity, a treasure hunter. Nah. Oh, okay. Hey, don't misunderstand. Treasure hunting is a reputable occupation, you see. An adventurer who roams the world hunting for treasure. An eternal challenger who faces deadly peril without a second thought. A true romantic. Don't group me together with common thieves. You're a bit questionable yourself, buddy. What's your name, anyway? Solar Boy Django? Where have I heard that name before? Oh, never mind. I'll let you have this one. Hey, we're master and pupil now. Let's put aside our differences. Alright, I'm going ahead. Later, Tater. By the way, Django, do you remember this warp magic square? You could use it to move freely between here and the dungeon entrance. To warp, stand on top of the warp magic square and press the A button. If you're not confident in your current equipment, why not make a trip back to San Miguel and get everything in order. Rotten meat restores life, but that's for Dark Django. Look out, Django. Oh god. That's a mummy, an undead type monster. Unlike ghouls, mummies have no eyesight, but they have an exceptional sense of hearing. They won't notice you even if you're standing in front of them, but they'll react to even a light sound of footsteps. Be careful. How come your talking isn't driving them over here? Oh, man. Dark Django cannot heal with that. It poisons him. Wait, really? So what's the point of the dark meat, then? It's bad. It poisons you. So it has no point. So you just sell it. There you go. Catch each other on fire more. The interesting thing about Boktai, well, it's only worth 1 soul. Really? So what's the fucking point of it then? Why do I have it? The interesting thing about me playing this is that I also got into Castlevania very heavily around this time. So I was pretty much playing both of Konami's vampire killing games at the same time. You could light yourself on fire and run into them. Love Castlevania. Yeah, it's fun. I've only played, I think I've only played 1 on stream. I've only played, Aria, which is a great game. I might have to play Symphony of the Night sometime this year, or early next year. Vinny Vinesauce is playing through Order of Ecclesia right now. Not like right now tonight, but right now in general, and he's played the other 2 DS ones. I think he's also played Aria, I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Only one you've played is Aria. It's, well, let me tell you, that's one of the best. That's the best Game Boy Advance one. And probably the best of the handheld Castlevanias in general. Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia are a very close second and third, though. You surprised me. I thought it was a monster. You did well in getting here, Sonny. It must be swarming with monsters out there. Oh, if only someone could help my daughter. Thankfully, when dealing with mummy-type undead, they don't seem to notice as long as you don't make any noise. Want to try Dawn? Dawn is fun, if you emulate it. That Spike Ballroom has a gun part. Wait, Spike Ballroom? Was that the one I left and came back to this one for? I'll check that before I stop. If you hide quietly, you won't get attacked. But you can't stay like that forever. Oh, if only someone could help my daughter. You'll know. Okay. What was I going to say now? If you play Dawn of Sorrow, if you're going to emulate it, play it with the patch, because there's a patch that changes the magic seal function to just be like a tap on the screen instead. Uh-oh. Better just let that rest for a bit. Yeah, the magic seals are very annoying, and if you mess them up, they have to be very precise. The patch for the ROM gets rid of the magic seal function. It just makes it like a screen tap and you're done. Hey, you. I haven't seen your face before. Are you from another town? But for things to end up like this, you must have been scared. Well, you're safe here. Big Sis will go with you, okay? Eh? You're going where? You can't! There are tons of terrible monsters out there! Be a good boy and wait here, and Big Bro will definitely come to help. Please, don't go. Need dash for the gun part. Oh, shit. Unless you want to feel spike balls. Echo floors. If you walk across an echo floor, the sound of your footsteps will resonate. You must cling to the wall to avoid making any sound. A true adventurer is always careful of the sound he makes. Next inside room. A weight switch. You can activate one by placing a Hebji object on it, but for weight switches with a cross mark. Past this? Okay. Wait, let me see the... Oh, I don't have the map. I'm in part B. That apparition. That's a ghost, a phantom-type monster. Ghosts have no vision or hearing, but they react to your movements. They're also sensitive to sunlight, so if the solar gauge is above 1, they'll stay out of sight. Don't let your guard down when they're invisible, okay? No, get off me. At least they don't curse you. Oh, right, they did that in the other game. This is a bigger waste. Is this the right way, or should I have gone the other way first? Yo, Django! You came at a good time. Why don't you show me your skill? Find the key to this door. If you can't handle something like that, you'll be disqualified as a treasure hunter. The time limit is 1 minute. Don't disappoint me, okay? Find the yellow key. What are seals without the sea? Mission completed. That was incredibly easy. You did it! Just what I expect from my apprentice. Jerky. Use the yellow key. Later. Jerky, good. Yeah, I haven't had jerky in a while. Oh, God. So what was this? What are seals without the sea? Like, what is that puzzle supposed to mean? Oh, L. That's why. It's the letter L. I feel like there's something hidden in here, but whatever. Also, it is almost 3. I better wrap this up here. Let me go over here. Okay, that's a one-way path from the other way. Oh, yeah, that gate's just open now. That's for the exit. Oh, gun part. Nice. Hoop. Was it? Power B, cost A. Press the B button to fire an enlarged hoop shot. Oh, that's neat. It's wide. A wide shot. Loop is really good. Okay, let's just scooch through here. I didn't get the map for this area yet, did I? No, I didn't. That's our main damage dealer for some time. Oh, nice. Let's range that. Yeah, don't care, buddy. Don't care. Till we get Dragoon and Bomber. Alright, it is 3 on the dot now, so I am going to... I can't level up again. Save it. I imagine saving is not done during a speed run. Let me make a backup save of that as well, so I don't lose the entire game in case I shut it off. Oh, well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We had quite a few people tonight. I am probably not streaming tomorrow. I'm probably going to take the night off. If I do, it'll be Mr. Driller, but otherwise I'll probably just wait until next week for that. Thursday, I'll probably start with Battle Network 5. Hopefully it won't take the full 3 hours. If it doesn't, then I'll do Boktai 3 afterwards. And then Friday will be Tetris 99 and Smash. And then that'll be it until next week. You'll be here Thursday? Okay, cool. Well, I'll be here Thursday. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Y'all have a great evening. And take care of yourselves. Oops. Oh, hey, V4. You have a good night, too. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.